Hey everyone. Have you ever felt like, finding new leads is like, I don't know, climbing Mount Everest?
Oh, yeah,
It's exhausting and expensive, and sometimes, honestly, you just want to give up.
totally.
I've been there.
Yeah.
But what if I told you there's this tool that claims to change all that? Like completely change it.
Yay.
It promises unlimited, verified leads from platforms
Yeah.
with the usual suspects like Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, all without spending a dime on ads.
No way.
Yeah, you heard that right. Unlimited.
Wow.
Sounds pretty
Who's
amazing, right?
who does?
But is it too good to be true? That's the question.
Right. That's what we're here to find out.
Exactly.
This tool, I mean, it definitely taps into a major pain point for businesses. Like the idea of getting this constant flow of high quality leads, right?
Yeah.
But without the usual costs, that's incredibly appealing, especially,
Yeah.
for startups or anyone with a tight budget.
Oh, absolutely. So how does this thing actually work? I mean, it sounds like magic, but I'm guessing there's some some actual technology behind it.
Yeah, for sure. It's not magic, but it's clever. The tool, essentially, it scrapes data from those platforms, pulling publicly available information. Then it uses filters to narrow down those leads,
Okay.
targeting the ones that fit specific criteria, you
Got it.
know?
That makes sense. But what about this verified part? That's a big claim.
It is.
What does it even mean in this context?
Good question. Verified leads, they're generally considered higher quality because they've shown some level of intent.
Hmm.
Like this could mean, for example, they've interacted with content, related to your industry or followed certain pages or taken actions that suggest they're genuinely interested in what you offer.
So it's not just random names and emails. It's people who are more likely to actually become customers.
That's the idea, yeah.
Okay.
But of course, the effectiveness of that verification would depend on how sophisticated the tool's algorithms are and how accurately it identifies genuine interest. You know what I mean?
All right. So let's say, hypothetically, the verification works as advertised. Who could actually benefit from this?
Hmm.
The material mentions a pretty wide range of businesses, actually.
Yeah, it really does. It's a really broad list.
Like what?
Everything. Digital marketing agencies, coaches, local businesses, e-commerce stores,
Wow.
even real estate agents and nonprofits. Essentially, anyone who needs to find and connect with potential clients or customers could potentially use it, I think.
Wow. So it's not limited to just one specific industry.
Not at all. The pitch definitely seems designed to appeal to, a wide audience.
Okay, but here's the part I'm really excited about, the potential to save money. They claim you could be saving $9,700 a month
Wow.
by ditching traditional advertising. That's huge.
It is a tempting proposition. I mean, for businesses that rely heavily on paid ads, those savings, that could be significant.
I mean, who wouldn't want to cut their expenses and still get, amazing results?
Yeah. Right. I hear you. But it's important to remember that these are just claims. Real-world results can vary. We need to dig deeper to see if it actually lives up to the hype, you know?
You're right. We can't just take their word for it. So what should we be looking at to assess whether this tool is the real deal?
Well, we need to go beyond the surface
Okay.
and examine the specifics. How accurate is the data?
Right.
How effective are the filters? And, how do real users feel about their experience with the tool?
Okay, so we've got some investigating to do.
We do.
We'll have to look into all those factors
Uh-huh.
to get a clear picture.
Exactly. We need to separate the marketing promises from the reality
Right.
and see if this tool truly delivers what it claims.
Well, buckle up, everyone, because this is where the deep dive gets really interesting.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to dig into the details, analyze the data, and uncover the truth about this unlimited verified leads tool. Stay tuned. All right, let's get down to, brass tacks here.
Yeah.
Does this tool really deliver on its promise of unlimited verified leads? I mean, that phrase alone, right? It sounds like something out of a late night infomercial.
It does have a certain ring to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
But as we discussed, it's important to dissect those claims
Yeah.
and see what's really behind them.
Okay, so let's break it down. First up, unlimited. Is it really possible to get, an endless stream of leads?
Right.
It seems like there have to be limits somewhere.
Yeah, you're right to be skeptical.
Okay.
While it's true that platforms like Instagram, Facebook have massive user bases,
Yeah.
there's no such thing as a truly unlimited supply of anything, right?
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to, targeted leads.
So what's a more realistic way to think about this unlimited claim?
Okay. Think of it more as having access to a very large pool of potential leads,
Okay.
you know?
Yeah.
If the tool is effective at scraping data
Right.
and filtering it based on your criteria,
Yeah.
you could potentially reach, I think, a significant number of people. But it's not like you're going to suddenly have billions of leads pouring in overnight, you know?
Okay. That makes sense. All right, let's move on to verified.
Mm.
We talked about how it implies higher quality leads, but like, how does that verification actually work? What are the criteria?
Right, right. That's where things get a bit murky, honestly.
Okay.
The definition of verified, it can vary depending on the tool.
Right.
In some cases, it might simply mean that the email addresses are valid and active. In other cases, it could involve, checking for fake accounts or bots.
So it's not necessarily a guarantee that these leads are like genuinely interested in my product or service.
Not necessarily, no.
Okay.
Some tools might use more sophisticated methods to, assess engagement and intent,
Okay.
like analyzing social media activity or website visits.
Right.
But even then, it's important to remember that correlation doesn't equal causation.
Yeah.
Just because someone has, liked a few posts related to your industry,
Yeah.
doesn't automatically mean that they're ready to buy from you, right?
Okay. So verified is a relative term.
It is, yeah.
It's more about increasing the probability of finding, good leads.
Right.
Not a foolproof guarantee.
Exactly. It's a bit like panning for gold.
Okay.
You're sifting through a lot of, dirt and debris.
Yeah.
But the verification process, it helps you narrow down the search
Right.
and hopefully find some nuggets of value.
All right. So we've got a large pool of potential leads, some of whom are verified to, varying degrees. What else should we consider when evaluating this tool?
Well, think about your specific target market.
Right.
Who are you trying to reach?
Oh, yeah.
Does this tool actually have access to the data of those individuals?
That's a good point. If my ideal customer
Yeah.
hangs out on a platform that's not being scraped, then this tool isn't going to be much help,
Right.
no matter how many, verified leads it claims to have.
Precisely, yeah. And even if the tool does access the right platforms,
Yeah.
you need to think about the accuracy and completeness of the data.
Right.
Is it up to date?
Okay.
Does it include, all the information you need to effectively target
Right.
and qualify those leads?
So I could end up with a huge list of leads that's full of outdated contact information
Yeah.
or missing key details.
Yeah, potential.
That wouldn't be very helpful.
Not at all. No, data quality is crucial. You also need to consider the level of control you have over the filtering process. Can
Sure.
you customize the criteria
Right.
to ensure you're getting the most relevant leads possible?
Right, because a generic list of verified leads might not be as valuable as a highly targeted list.
Exactly.
That aligns, perfectly with my ideal customer profile.
Exactly. The more granular I think the filtering options,
Yeah.
the better your chances of finding leads who are genuinely a good fit for your business.
Okay, so it's not just about quantity, it's about, quality
Right.
and relevance.
Yeah.
What else should we be looking at?
Think about the user experience.
Okay.
Is the tool easy to use?
Right.
Does it have a clear and intuitive interface?
Okay.
Can you easily manage and export the leads you generate?
So even if the data is good, if the tool itself is clunky and difficult to navigate,
Yeah.
it could hinder my lead generation
Yeah,
efforts.
absolutely. Yeah. You don't want to waste time wrestling with complicated software
Right.
or struggling to figure out how to use the features.
All right. So we've covered data accuracy, filtering options, and user experience. Is there anything else we need to consider before we jump into real user feedback?
Yeah, there's one more crucial aspect I think we need to address,
Right.
and that's the ethical implications of data scraping.
Okay. So we've talked a lot about, the technical side of things.
Right.
Data accuracy, filtering, user experience.
Mhm.
But what about the human element? What are real people saying about their experience with this tool?
That's a great question, and it's a crucial part of our, evaluation.
Yeah.
Let's dive into user reviews,
Okay.
testimonials, and case studies to see what we can glean from those who have actually used this tool.
All right. Hit me with some real world feedback.
Okay.
What are people loving about this tool?
One of the most consistent praises is the ease of use.
Hmm.
Many users highlight, how intuitive the interface is
Okay.
and how straightforward it is to set up.
Right.
They appreciate being able to, get started quickly
Yeah.
without needing a tech degree.
That's a big plus, especially for busy entrepreneurs who, don't have time to waste on complicated software.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Another common theme is the sheer volume of leads generated.
Okay.
Users often report a significant increase
Yeah.
in the number of potential customers they're able to reach
Right.
compared to, their previous methods.
So it's not just hype.
Yeah.
People are actually seeing their, lead lists grow.
It seems that way, yeah.
Yeah.
And some users even share specific success stories detailing how the tool helped them, land new clients, increase sales, or
Okay.
expand their reach into new markets.
That's encouraging to hear.
Yeah.
But let's be realistic. No tool is perfect.
True.
What are some of the, criticisms or challenges
Right.
people have encountered?
One recurring concern is the accuracy of the data. While the
Okay.
tool claims to provide, verified leads,
Yeah.
some users report encountering outdated information,
Mhm.
duplicate entries, or even fake accounts.
Ouch, that's not good.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
what's the point of having a huge list if it's full of, dead ends?
Exactly. Another issue raised by some users is the lack of control over the filtering process.
Right.
They express frustration at not being able to fine-tune the criteria enough
Yeah.
to ensure they're getting, highly recommended leads.
So even though there are filters,
Right.
they might not be as, precise or customizable as some users would like.
That seems to be a recurring sentiment.
Okay.
And of course, there are always going to be users who, simply didn't find the tool effective
Yeah.
for their specific needs or industry.
Right.
No tool is a one-size-fits-all solution.
Right. It's important to remember that. So taking all this feedback into account, what's the overall takeaway? Is this tool worth it?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
The answer, as as with most things in business, is nuanced.
Okay.
It depends, on your specific goals, your
Yeah.
target market, your budget,
Yeah.
and your tolerance for, some level of trial and error.
So there's no, easy yes or no answer.
Not really.
Yeah.
This tool, it clearly has the potential to be a valuable asset
Right.
for certain businesses,
Yeah.
particularly those looking to quickly generate a large volume of leads.
Okay.
The ease of use and the potential cost savings.
Right.
Those are major advantages. But it's crucial to go in with realistic expectations,
Yeah.
understanding that, data accuracy can vary.
Right.
Filtering might require some tweaking, and results will ultimately depend on how well you leverage the tool and the leads it generates.
Okay, so it's a powerful tool,
Yeah.
but it's not a magic bullet.
Right.
You still need to put in the effort
Yeah.
to qualify those leads, nurture relationships,
Yeah, absolutely.
and convert them into, paying customers.
Absolutely. And it's essential to, do your own research.
Yeah.
Read reviews carefully.
Right.
And perhaps even test out the tool before making a full commitment.
Great advice.
Oh.
So we've explored the claims,
Yeah.
the technology, the potential benefits,
Yeah.
the drawbacks, and the real world feedback.
Yeah.
What's your final thought for our listeners?
I think the key takeaway here
Thanks.
is that lead generation is an ongoing process.
Right.
And tools like this,
Yeah.
they can be, valuable assets in your arsenal,
Yeah.
but they're just that tools. They
Wow.
can help you reach more people. But ultimately, it's up to you
Yeah.
to build relationships,
I-
provide value,
Mm.
and turn those leads into loyal customers.
Well said. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of unlimited verified leads. We hope this episode has given you a clearer understanding
Yeah.
of what this tool offers,
Right.
how it works,
Yeah,
and what to consider before using it.
definitely.
And as always, we encourage you to keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing your businesses forward.
We'll be back soon with another deep dive into the latest trends and technologies, shaping the business world. Until then, keep innovating.